Hi everybody, it's me, Jackie Armand. I'm back again with another spooky fall video. That's right, you did hear that correctly. I said fall video because despite what all of the retail stores everywhere would lead you to believe, I don't know if you've looked around lately, but it's still fall. It's not Christmas yet. Sorry. I know that there are a lot of people out there right now that as soon as Halloween is over, they're just like, coming to town. Oh my God! But I, on the other hand, have the feelings of Jamie Lee Curtis from that, I think it was like Halloween Ends interview.
It's Halloween, but I've heard Christmas music. What the f is happening, people? What the f is happening?
I don't hate Christmas, but I'm just not ready yet. Once Halloween's over, I need time. I need time to mourn Halloween's end. And I just can't jump into Christmas. I just can't right away. I want to enjoy my pumpkin stuff for a little bit longer before peppermint just comes in and takes over, you know? I'm sure the Christmas people out there probably feel the same way about me and the rest of the Halloween community in July when, you know, we're walking into stores and we're like, where's the Halloween stuff? So I guess it's fair, but fall is my favorite time of year and I want to savor every single stinking second of it, and November is still fall for me, okay? And I don't know if you guys feel that way or not, but so basically today we're going to do a kind of like little cozy fall video. It's a recipe. It's like a kind of a Chex Mix fall recipe, and it's one that I did actually make last year. I made it for our vintage Halloween party when I did that. And it was really good. I think this time when I make it, I'm gonna tweak the recipe just a little bit because there were some things that I kind of wish it had or would have done differently. So we're gonna do that this time. But it's really, really easy. It's a fun little fall treat. I think you can use it to kind of get rid of that candy corn that you had left over from Halloween, or the fall harvest mix or whatever it is, the one that has the pumpkins in it. Because I know me, if I don't eat that candy corn before December gets here, it's gonna sit there until next year. Looking seemingly the same that it did from the start. So yeah, before we get into that though, I would like to say that this is the kind of content you like. If you like crafting, you like tutorials, you like costuming, and you like recipes, and just anything generally all around spooky, that you would give this video a thumbs up, and you would also hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. It's Halloween all year long here, not just in October. So if you like that, then stick with us because there's a lot of spooky fun on this channel. Also, if you'd like to support this channel in a little more personal way than just hitting the subscribe button, I do have a Patreon. Patrons get lots of extra goodies. There's extra content there, including a series called TerrorTube, which is a kind of horror host type show hosted by me, where we just do a lot of extra fun, spooky stuff. There is the live stream of our Halloween party, which just happened. And if you are on the highest tier, which is the Monster Master, you can watch that. And then there's also was like a kind of behind the scenes quick like party setup video that I did. It was kind of like a little quick go around showing the setup of our party and we were in the midst of it, and that is on Patreon too that you can watch, and any tier has access to that video. So lots of extra stuff. I'm also want to do giveaways. I've been planning to do giveaways, but we need more patrons for that. So if you are into maybe me doing some giveaways on Patreon, which I would like to do, most of it would be things that I make on this channel, then please think about going to patreon.com/JackieArment and think about giving a little bit of support. Even the smallest tier that is $3 a month helps out a whole bunch. The small amount of patrons that I have already, thank you very much, because every little bit helps, and you know what you guys have contributed even over the past couple months has been extremely helpful. Helped fund a lot of things for this channel. So like I said, even any little bit really helps. And plus, it's just extra fun stuff, more of a spooky community over there that you can be a part of. So really think about it. But anyway, with all that being said, I guess we can just go ahead and get into the video. Let's go. All right, here's all the ingredients you're gonna need for this recipe. For starters, you're gonna need some rice Chex cereal, a bag of regular Bugles, some pretzels. We're not going to use all of them. I'm not a huge pretzel fan, so I'm only going to use a little bit, but use as much as you want. A box of Cheez-Its, right? Original. You could go spicy or whatever you wanted. I'm just using plain. Some Reese's Pieces. Again, however much you like. If you really like Reese's Pieces, use more. Your leftover candy corn that you got from Halloween, or a bag of Harvest Mix with the pumpkins if you really want to. And all of these ingredients, these dry ingredients, we're going to put a mixture over. So that's going to start with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 3/4 a cup of butter, or stick and a half. I'm using salted butter. It probably doesn't really matter, but I found that salted butter gives a little more flavor. Alright, so first step, after I move the cat out of the way, is that we are going to melt our butter. So you can just do it in the microwave, or like magic, like I did. And once you have your butter melted, you're going to add it to your brown sugar, and you're just going to mix it up until it is fully incorporated. The original recipe that I looked at when I first made this last year also called for adding vanilla extract to this mixture. You can do that if you want to. I found that last time it made it a little too sweet for me, so I'm opting not to do that this time, and I think the end result was better. I liked it better without the vanilla, but you know, you do you. So now in a separate bowl, we're going to add all of our dry ingredients, so basically everything but the candy. So we're putting Chex Mix in here. I'm not really giving out any measurements as far as this goes, because you can kind of just do whatever you feel like. I am just adding the things that I liked the most. So I really like Bugles, I really like the Cheez-Its, so I pretty much utilized all of those. Here's about the time as I'm mixing it up that I start realizing I'm going to need 2 bowls, because even this big bowl can't contain all of this stuff, and I still have to add the pretzels. So if you have to do that, it's fine. I just end up kind of like splitting up the wet mixture that I pour over it, and it's fine because it all ends up back in the same big giant bag or whatever after it's done. But yeah, so here I'm adding the pretzels. Here I go, splitting them up into 2 bowls. Like I said, it's okay if it's not, you know, super evenly incorporated in each bowl, because it doesn't matter. It's all going to get mixed up in the end. And I think I'm adding a little more pretzels here to this bowl. But like I said, pretzels are not usually the thing that I pick out the most in Chex Mix, so I didn't put as much pretzels as maybe some other people would. But that's what's kind of fun about this recipe. You can just kind of do whatever you want, put as much or as little of whatever you want in there. That's what's kind of fun about it. Alright, so now we've got it all mixed up, and now we're going to pour our brown sugar butter mixture in here. I start out doing a little at a time because I personally don't want them to be super coated. I want to just have the lightest coating on everything. Like I said, if it's too much for me, it just ends up being too sweet and overpowering everything. So I start with a little and mix it up, and then go a little more if I feel like it needs a little more, and just keep going and going. I think I did actually end up using all of it. But it's always just good because you can always add more, but you can't take away. So yeah, just mix it up, kind of fold it.
And
If you say fold in one more time.
It says fold it in!
Carefully so that you don't break the Chex Mix, because the Chex Mix are very fragile and they will break into a million pieces if you're really, really violent with it. But yeah, that's pretty much, just make sure it's all coated. And there I am doing a little taste test. Alright, next step is we're going to take a baking sheet with lined with some parchment paper, which I think I used 2 sheets for all of this stuff that I made. And we're just gonna plop it right on there and spread it out. Don't worry if it's not a super thin, like single layer. If it's really thick, that's totally fine, because we're going to stir it through the cooking process. So yeah, so don't worry about it too much. Just make sure it's, you know, just covering the whole pan and it's as flat of the layers you can get it. Alright, and now we are going to put these in a oven that was been preheated to 275, and we're going to bake it for 15 minutes at the start. And so once 15 minutes is up, you're going to take it out and you are going to stir it up. So, you know, make sure everything that was on the bottom is kind of now on the top, and everything that was on the top is now on the bottom. Just make sure it's really mixed up and nothing's sticking too much or clumping together. I opted to put this on the table while I stirred it because I knew that pieces were going to fall off the pan and I didn't want anything falling down into the oven. And then you're going to put it back in for 15 more minutes, and you're going to do that for a total of 45 minutes. So really 3 15-minute intervals, and every 15 minutes you're going to stir it like that. And once it's done, which now it is, you're gonna just kind of break up the pieces a little bit here so that nothing's really stuck or clumped together, and then you're just gonna let it cool. And once it's cool, you're gonna dump it in your bowl. And here we are. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to add our candy. So we're starting with the Reese's Pieces. I really like Reese's Pieces, so I'm using a good amount. I also, again, didn't really want to overpower it with too much chocolate, but again, do you. So I'm kind of adding one box and stirring it up a little bit, and then I add the next box. And now we're going to add the candy corn. Like I said, I think the original recipe did call for the harvest mix, which, you know, has the pumpkins and stuff, but I've never been a huge fan of the pumpkins. It's too much for me. But I would have added more candy corn to this, but this was just all we had left after Halloween. My niece and 2 nephews came over and ate a whole bunch of it in October. But anyway, that's it. All right, it's done. This made a whole lot. I actually didn't even think about how much it was gonna make, but you know, it's fine because now I have something to snack on for a while, maybe even through the holiday season, so it's fine. It is really good. I think the butter brown sugar mixture that I used was just enough, actually. So I'm actually kind of glad I didn't use, I used as much Chex Mix and stuff as I did, because even though it was a whole lot, I didn't want to thickly coat it. I wanted it to just be coated enough to get that like kind of sweet, salty flavor, but not too much. I think the last time I did make this, I used a little too much, and it was kind of too sweet for me. Also, not adding the vanilla, which, like I said in the past recipe, it asked to add a little bit of vanilla, and I opted to not do that this time. And I think that also cut down the sweetness, but it is really good. The really salty things, like the pretzels and the bugles and the Cheez-Its, are really good with the stuff on it. And then you have the candy corn, gets the salt from the rest of the stuff kind of coated on it, and it ends up adding like a lot of extra flavor to everything. So I think it's all very well balanced, even though there's a whole lot of this. I'm just gonna put it in some Ziploc bags and munch on it for a while. And you know, you could, you know, kind of spruce this up and make it for any holiday you wanted. Honestly, it doesn't have to be fall. But I think the candy corn just tastes really good in here. And I don't know if I would use anything else, but anyway, that's it. Hopefully it was easy to follow, and hopefully you guys make this at home and it's easy for you. And it's another little fall treat that you can enjoy while fall is still going, because it's still going. It's not Christmas yet. And if you do make it, let me know in the comments if you liked it and it was really good. So yeah, if you stayed till the end of the video and you liked it, as always, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. As far as new videos go, we will be diving into spooky Christmas here soon. So as much in this video as I was kind of hating on Christmas, we're gonna do some Christmas stuff on this channel. But like I said, I don't hate Christmas. I just don't like it when it's getting in the way of me enjoying fall. But of course, the Christmas content on this channel will be spooky Christmas, so get ready for that. I think I will do probably the first video will be something that I've done in the past, tradition I've done in the past for a while, but kind of stopped doing it when I had an apartment that didn't have a fireplace, and then just kind of was reminded of doing it again now that we do have a fireplace. We have a fireplace in this apartment. I just hadn't done it since we moved here a couple years ago, and I want to do it again, so I thought I would make a video. It's basically making a Yule log. If you know what that is, you don't know what that is, you'll see. It's kind of a fun Christmas tradition that I like to do. I don't know if that will be a live stream or a regular video. You can let me know what you think. I haven't decided about whether or not I want to just live stream me making my Yule log, or if you just want me to do a regular video of that. But let me know what you want. I just figured since the pumpkin carving live stream was a big success, a lot of people tuned in for that, maybe you guys would want to watch me do a Christmas thing. But yeah, just let me know what you think, what you guys would rather, and we'll do that. But that will be the first video regardless, whether it's regular or live stream. And then after that, I've got some spooky, more spooky Christmas stuff, some Nightmare Before Christmas themed things, because that's kind of what our Christmas decorations are here. They're very Nightmare Before Christmas. And so Nightmare Before Christmas and Yule is kind of a mixture of things, with some Krampus stuff thrown in too. But anyway, so yeah, get ready for some spooky Christmas. So the spookiness won't end, but it'll just be appropriately themed spooky. And then I have a lot of ideas for next year, starting in January. A lot of just regular projects that are spooky that I wanted to do, but didn't necessarily fit with Halloween, or I didn't have time to do them while I was working on getting my party together. So I am excited to do that, some of that stuff. So I've got a lot of things in my head, excited for next year, especially now that I'm home more, so I can get more videos out, which is always a plus. So yeah, look forward to that. As always, of course, don't forget to head to patreon.com/JackieArmond if you want to give a little more support to this channel, and you want to look at all the extra goodies, which I mostly mentioned at the beginning of this video, extra content, all of that stuff. It's really fun over there, so hope you join us. I will have a TerrorTube episode coming out very soon, definitely before December starts. It'll be kind of a behind the scenes TerrorTube episode, so that'll be fun. And then I do have a TerrorTube planned for Christmas too, so that'll be cool also. So please think about joining Patreon so you can get notified when that stuff drops. Also, I will leave links in the description of this video to my social media, my Instagram and TikTok, where a lot of things that maybe don't make it to YouTube end up there. Progress photos, you know, for other projects that I do end up there. Lots of Lydia stuff, so. And just, you know, everyday life things for me. So if you just kind of want to see how my everyday life is or see updates on that, then think about joining me there. I will also leave a link in the description to my Etsy shop, which is not on vacation anymore. So you can look and buy things as you wish. I do have a few Christmassy things on there if you're looking for something Christmas, but also spooky, witchy themed. But then also just, you know, if you have a spooky person in your life that you want to get a present for Christmas, then think about ordering from my Etsy shop. So, and also if you're looking for something to do in between my videos that is also spooky, that has to do with me, I have 2 books on Amazon. One is a zombie romance and one is a vampire adventure story. They are both available as paperback and Kindle versions, and you can read a little bit of the Kindle version before you buy it to see if it's your thing or not. Purchasing those, I get a portion of the purchases if you buy on Amazon. So it does help out this channel a whole lot. I will put them on my Etsy shop. I know I keep saying that. I just keep forgetting. I want to put copies on my Etsy shop because I do have copies here at home. And I want to be able to sell them on my Etsy shop too, signed. So if that's something you're thinking about, I definitely will have them on my Etsy shop, hopefully before this video airs. And so hopefully if you check now, watching this video, it will be there. Because I definitely want that there before Christmas in case anybody wants to buy a book. And I am also in the works of a third book. There are 2 sneak peeks of that book. One is on my author website and one is on my author Facebook page, which I will leave links to. And it's just 2 different leaked chapters, and it is about a young woman who's possessed by a demon. I am very close to finishing that book. While I was house sitting for my mom for like the past week and a half, I worked on writing that a lot. So especially for NaNoWriMo in November, which if you're a writer, you know what that is. And so I did get a lot done and is coming closer and closer to being finished, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, if you want to see the sneak peeks of those, that's there. But pretty much other than that, that's it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a very wonderful fall, rest of the fall. You have a very wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're seeing family and you're excited about seeing family, I hope that goes well. If you're not excited about seeing family, good luck to you. Or if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's fine too. Just enjoy the rest of your fall until Christmas really starts getting shoved in our faces. But as always, stay spooky, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.